What is up, everybody? It is your girl Nia, the video game her, and today I'm going to be talking about the online. So after the backlash from yesterday's events with the whole Splatoon 2 headset situation, which if you have not checked out my video for that, I had like an entire 20 something minute rant live about Nintendo's headset for Splatoon 2, but I still have those negative feelings about how I feel that Nintendo's online is going to play out for the most part. But I'm going to try to put those negative feelings aside for this video because there's actually some really interesting information that came out about Nintendo's online yesterday after that whole debacle. And I kind of want to talk about it a little bit because there are some things that are a little bit different from what was on the website after the official Nintendo Switch event from January. So let's go ahead and look at this. So I'm on the Nintendo website right now, and this is about the Nintendo Switch online service. So the Nintendo Switch online service is going to be called very simply Nintendo Switch Online. It was originally supposed to be coming this fall. The paid version was initially supposed to come this fall, but it's actually going to be delayed to 2018. And on here it says, this paid service lets Nintendo Switch owners enjoy online multiplayer gaming as well as a dedicated smartphone app that connects to your Nintendo Switch system and helps you connect with friends for online play sessions. And then it says to check back for more details on the service before the official launch. So that's pretty much the same. They're talking about the Nintendo Switch app that we're supposed to be using for the voice chat, for the lobbies, making play appointments, and stuff like that. So that remains the same. The difference there is that it's going to be delayed to next year. And I really do hope that the reason why it's being delayed to next year is because Nintendo is trying to figure out a way to streamline it better to where, like, I think that I would be a little bit more forgiving about the whole smartphone app thing if they found a way to make the app either available on the Switch device itself or had some kind of way to where you could remotely access the contents of the app on the Switch device itself, because I don't think that it's intuitive at all to use two devices for online versus the one that you already have. I think it sounds a little bit cumbersome, and it's really not something that I want to deal with. Like, I don't really use my phone like that. Like, I browse, my internet and Twitter and stuff like that. But for the most part, like, my phone is not usually like on me all the time. So I really don't want to have to use it as the sole way or the primary way to access my online features. So hopefully they're trying to figure that out in the time between now when it's going to be paid, and not paid, and then between 2018 when it is eventually paid. So they also talked about how the classic game selection is going to work, because you remember when they first announced this online service, they said that every month you're going to have a classic game download that you can play online. So they changed this situation to where it says here, subscribers will get to download a compilation of classic titles with added online play, such as Super Smash Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. So it seems like you're going to be able to access multiple games at once versus one game a month, like how we thought they were going to do initially. And they also talked about the online price, and to be honest, the online pricing is actually very good. I just hope that whatever we're paying just kind of aligns with the value of what they're actually going to be giving us, because I've mentioned this on Twitter when they first announced the online, was that I don't care if it's cheap. Even if it's cheap, that doesn't mean that that's not an excuse for them to try to streamline their online. It still needs to be user friendly. It still needs to be something that people can access very effectively and simply and easily. So for the pricing, as far as the pricing is concerned, for a 1 month membership, it's going to be $3.99 USD. So if you want to subscribe just to kind of check it out for a month, $4, that's actually not very bad. For a 3-month membership, it's $7.99. This is also USD. This is USD, by the way, United States dollars. And for a whole year, it's going to be $19.99, $20 for a whole year. So that's actually pretty dope. So it looks like what you're going to be getting if you get this subscription service is going to remain the same. For online gameplay, you're going to have to sub. So if you want to play a Mario Kart, ARMS, Splatoon online, you have to pay the sub. If you want to do the online lobby system or the voice chat application, you have to subscribe to this online. For Nintendo Shop eShop deals, that's also going to be a part of the online subscription service, so you got to pay for that. But as far as actually accessing the eShop, that's not a part of the subscription. Registering and managing your friends and your friends list is not paid. Sharing screenshots to social media, that's not going to be behind the paywall. And then access to the parental controls app is not going to be behind the paywall. So all of that stuff is going to be free until 2018. But the rest of this stuff, we're going to have to pay for it next year. So there's also some things that I want to talk about with the online that has been kind of verified or clarified more further. So I'm going to be reading this from Go Nintendo, and it says, Nintendo says that the Switch's classic game selection and virtual console are very different, and they are undecided on the Switch virtual console support. So I'm going to go through a rundown of all the things that came from Go Nintendo, and this comes from a Famitsu interview with Nintendo. And going down the list here, says details regarding online play for the classic game selection will be shared later. So the way that they're going to do this classic game selection is going to be shown to us at a later date. The classic game selection and the virtual console are two different things. So the stuff that the classic games that you're going to be getting through the subscription service is going to be completely different from when they eventually do the actual virtual console. So I'm really interested to see how they do this. I think that the smart thing for Nintendo to do would be to go ahead and do like a Netflix-based or Netflix-like rather service for the virtual console, where you pay a little bit extra to your subscription fee. So except for maybe like paying for $20 for the year, maybe you pay like $30 for the year, and that gives you access to like the virtual console subscription like service. I think that would be a really good deal. And then you would be able to play as many of them as you want whenever you want. And they should also have the option like how Xbox Game Pass does, where you can download the game and just keep it on your hard drive, keep it for yourself. There's like a little gnat or something flying around. I'm sorry, y'all, if I keep waving like a crazy person. It's annoying. And it also says that a title from the game selection is software that adds new features to classic games. So I guess they're talking about the online, how, for example, you'll be able to play like Balloon Fight online, which would be really cool if you can get like 2-player online, like me and maybe my Team Red homies could play together with these old classic games. The virtual console for Switch is not yet decided. I'm working on getting a word-for-word translation of this. So this might not be an actual word-for-word translation. This is kind of maybe like a loose translation of what was talked about in Famitsu. So they don't really know how they're going to do the virtual console yet. So that's pretty much what that is saying. Switch owners will subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online for each account and is not for the whole console. So that's kind of a bummer. Because as you guys know, with the Nintendo Switch, you can have as many accounts as you want. But if you have a subscription to the Nintendo Online service, you're going to only use it for that one account that you activated for. Not everybody who uses the console can use the online service. So say if you have two accounts on the Nintendo Switch, instead of paying $20 for the whole year, you're going to be paying $40 for the whole year for both accounts. So I think that's pretty whack. Hopefully that changes over time. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. I'm really not trying to ignore y'all. I just kind of want to get through the news and stuff before I kind of chop it up with y'all. So it says here for Nintendo says to wait for future details on tying various Nintendo accounts to a single Switch. So as far as your Nintendo accounts are concerned, you're gonna be waiting for information on how that account is gonna be tied to multiple accounts on your Switch for your sub. Subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online service through the eShop. So of course that's obvious. You got to go through the eShop to buy a sub, kind of like you have to do with PlayStation and Xbox Live. When it goes live, you'll be able to join by using your balance on the eShop with a credit card or prepaid number. So pretty much the same as buying a game or any kind of software on the eShop. Nintendo will sell download cards in Japan for the Nintendo Online, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing for the North America as well. And there was also some other information that they had that came out of the whole classic games thing. Like, I think it came out of Kotaku, and this is also from Go Nintendo. It says Switch Online subscribers to have ongoing access to classic games with online play. So this is coming from a Nintendo representative, and the quote goes, Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will have ongoing access to a library of classic games with added online play. Users can play as many of the games as they want, as often as they like, as long as they have an active subscription. So as long as you have an active subscription, you guys, you're going to be able to play these classic games online. It's not how they detailed it before, when they were saying that you can only play for whatever month that is given to you. You can play them for as long as you have an active subscription. So that is a good change that they made there as far as those classic games are concerned. The quote goes on to say, Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will be able to play a variety of classic games, including Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. More games will be announced at a later date. At launch, the classic library will include NES games. Super NES games continue to be under consideration, but we have nothing to further announce at this time. So at this time, they're going to be starting with the NES games for the classic what are they calling it? The classic, what are they calling this? For the classic games, I guess classic games something. What are they calling this? Hold on, I'm having a moment. Classic game selection is what they're gonna call it. So I think that they will be adding SNES games, of course. I mean, like, even with the virtual console on the Wii and the Wii U, they kind of trickled out the different virtual console type games over time. So hopefully with this, you don't have to wait too long for new games to come out, because I know that with the virtual console on the Wii U, it was really hard for them to kind of get them up at a decent pace, and the virtual console and the Wii U kind of lacked because of it. You know, like how on the original Wii, they were really good about the virtual console. Like, there was so many different types of games on the Wii virtual console that we did not get on the Wii U. So between classic game selection and the virtual console, which I do think is coming, I'm really interested to see how they're going to handle it. Hopefully it doesn't take forever forever and a day for them to get these classic games on the console. So now I'm pretty much done with the newsy part of this thing. Is there anything that you guys are talking about in the chat? Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. See, what is up, everybody? All Day Digital says, is it delayed, the online? Yes, the online paid subscription is going to be delayed until 2018, but they still do plan on giving us the demo version of what the online service is going to offer in the summertime. That does not seem to have changed. If I'm not mistaken, that does not seem to have changed, because it says here you'll be able to play compatible co-op and competitive games online by subscribing with your Nintendo account. And what does it say about the trial? After the free trial period, most games will require... I don't see anything about the trial. But I do think I read something that said that the trial is still coming this summer. But I don't know. I don't see anything on here. I have to go look for it. What are y'all saying in the chat? Do you think we can play games like Super Mario Bros. 3 online? Well, they're specifically saying Super Mario Bros. 3. So I'm going to assume that Super Mario Bros. 3 is going to be there available for us to download when the subscription goes live. Because they keep talking about this and Balloon Fight and Dr. Mario. Nia has no grapefruit equals not happy sub. What does that mean? All I'm saying is I hear people ain't pleased. Can we stop already? I'm not pleased. To be honest, I'm not very happy with what I think this subscription service is gonna offer. Like, especially like if it's not gonna be where it's gonna sync to the actual Switch itself, I'm not here for it. I feel like it needs to be synced to the actual Switch itself. It needs to be on the Switch device itself. I don't want to use two devices to do something that one device should be able to do. I mean, that's just period, point blank, kind of how I feel about that. Oh, here it is. It says a free limited version of the app will be available to download in summer 2017. So you will be able to demo the Nintendo subscription app in the summer, but it will be limited, as they are saying here in the website, on the website. So I'm assuming that we're probably going to have access to pretty much everything, maybe except for like voice chat. That's what I'm going to assume. Or maybe the lobbies won't be there yet or something, but we will be able to get some variation of a demo this summer, even though the paid joint is not coming until next year. Okay, what are y'all saying in the chat? It is a joke, and the voice chat is a joke. PSP did voice chat. I know it's a joke. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Smartphone should be used for calling and texting. Don't you mean you're not in the voice chat app, or did you just say not down for the whole? I'm not down for using my smartphone to access online features. Like, if the smartphone app is the primary way to set up lobbies, is the primary way to invite your friends, is the primary way to do voice chat, I think that Nintendo is making it more cumbersome than it needs to be. Like, instead of using my Switch, I have to use my Switch and my phone. I think that's crazy. I'm not here for that. I don't like that at all. I think it's a very big oversight on Nintendo's part. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I hope that Nintendo is using this delay as a way to kind of get this working in a roundabout way on the Switch device itself. Like, for example, maybe trying to get the actual app on the Switch and finding a way to maybe have the app running in the background on your Switch, so where you can talk and play at the same time, or maybe some way to kind of access the app remotely on your Switch, so you don't have to rely so much on your cell phone. Because not everybody has a cell phone, not everybody wants to deal with that, you know what I mean? Let's see, such a bad choice with things like Discord already exist on smart. That's what I'm saying. Like, Nintendo is basically making you pay for something that's already free elsewhere. I think that's a misstep. It's a really big misstep. But this is just bringing y'all the news. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here because I didn't really want this to be too long of a video. I kind of wanted to kind of make this as kind of like an update, giving you guys some content on the channel. Because I know lately I haven't really been making any focused discussion type videos, so I kind of wanted to fix that. So thank you guys so much for coming through. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Shout outs to all of you guys. Thank you for coming through and talking to me. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to do another rant. My rant was yesterday. But so far, I do like the pricing, and I will say that I do like the pricing. I do think that it's good that Nintendo is trying to make the online subscription service economical. It's just the way that they're kind of going about it is where I disagree. But I'll leave it at that. And I'll talk to you guys at a later date. Peace out.